So today we are going to look at how to configure ANDC after the installation. I got a question from one of my friends telling me to show you how to do the custom configurations of this ANDC. So ANDC, basically we do these configurations after the installation, the fresh installation, because it comes with the default settings, but sometimes they don't favor the customer experience. So we do what makes the customer feel happy. So what are we looking at right now? We are going to do a custom configuration, or what is expected to be done after the installation of ANDC. So I'm going to share the following route of the registry settings. So you can either type it or you can write it in Notepad and execute it as an executable file in to the registry, or you just write it as I'm going to show you here right now. We have a HK local machine /NCR slash advanced NDC from the VPI comes / again VPI comes service prog ID. So this is the path we are going to be using to do our custom configuration of ANDC after the installation. So let me first share with you the default settings of the following protocols. So you have to be very sure of the protocol your customer is using to avoid messing up. So let us start with TCP/IP and TCP/IP defaults. So this is NCR. This is NCR. Sorry, NCR VPI TCP. TCP/IP dot TCP/IP comms service. So be very careful on the pin sensitivity. Like for example, NCR AVB. So be very sensitive on this. So otherwise you won't get what you're intending to. So you keep on wondering why the functionalities are not working, but it is simply because of the case sensitivity. So now let us go to another protocol. We have another SSTs. We have another SST. Sorry, another SSTs protocol called PCCM. So yeah, for this one you must change to NCR VPI plus. This time we don't put TCP/IP because we choose the protocol name, which is PCCM, not PCCM comms, because we are sorting the comms. Then we put the extension calling, that is services. So then I have another SSTS CCM visa 2. So for this one you change to NCR VPI visa 2, because that is the protocol we are editing. So visa 2 comms service. So, but remember, before you do all this, if a customer raises a query, never just rush onto this. is first read onto the operational logs on the ATM to understand basically where the problem is coming from for a proper alternative. Okay, then after after looking at the protocol you are using and you have edited it, then there is what we call communication note. We have is what we call communication buffer clearing. What is the importance of this? So let's say when the machine is down on comms power up, this communication recovery buffer can be cleared to prevent the host from receiving confusing responses, yeah, due to the message buffering. So whether the buffer is cleared, is set, is set or not. So it depends on the user preference. But for now, I'm going to share with you a setting that we can use. This is the line, this is the route we shall be using to clear the buffers. So we shall come to HK local machine and slash software. No, sorry, backslash advanced NDC and slash VPI comms. VPI comms was because we are dealing with the comms. So then we put a command calling for that, which is clear comms buffer. So this is the command. So the execution code you put on this will determine whether the buffer to be cleared on power up or not. So the value is so the first value is 0. So 0 indicates that comms will be cleared. Comms communication. Okay, let me say communication clearing. And value 1 will mean communications retain. So it depends on what you want, but I've already explained why we can do this by clearing the communication buffer. So on top of this, we are looking at the comms failure names and host timeouts, so we cannot leave out the offline timers. So what I can advise you is to go and look for the supervisor manuals to read more about. You contact your service providers to give you those manuals, such that you can read more about the timers. So what am I meaning by the timers? When the offline mode is entered in ANDC, checks every 5 seconds whether the communications have been re-established by the timer, that is timer 6. Yeah, timer 06 is cancelled if the communications are re-established before the timer expires. The communications is closed for 10 seconds only, then reopened. The timer and the 5-second test of the communication state are then restarted. Yeah. So this can be done in ANDC, or you either leave it to the default or you can configure according to your desires. But I recommend to first read more about the timers before you can attempt to do anything on it. So to configure the number of seconds before the timer expires, this is the route you can edit. This is HK local machine. Come to HK local machine, software NCR advanced NDC launch API comms from slash on the offline timer, yeah, because this is what we are looking at. Yeah, I told you be very sensitive on the cases. They can be, yeah, be very sensitive on the cases while dealing with the registry, because any slight mistake can cause you fail. So let's start with the default. The default setting, the default seconds equal to 600. But this can be configured depending on the customer application. So you have to, before you do this, you have to get in touch with the people managing the host. So you see whether it can be done on the terminal side, or it can be done at the host side. Okay, so but it can range from 0 to that. So it depends on what value you're going to be using. Yeah, but that is determined according to the customer experience and what they are using. So what I'm saying, I can recommend you here. Oh, this is a caution. If you edit the TCP/IP configuration file to add the ANDC attribute subsequently to 0, subsequently, that is the 0 remote address option in a supervisor is used to update the TCP/IP setting on the SST. Yeah, the changes will be overwritten. I said, if you edit the TCP/IP configuration file to add the ANDC attribute and subsequently the zero, that is the digit that will be in the remote address option in the supervisor, to update the TCP/IP settings on SST, your settings will be overwritten. So you either decide to do this or on the operator panel or on the registry. So let us go on. There's what we call keep live. This is the functionality. This option can be enabled or disabled using advanced TCP/IP configuration menu. The keep alive option is enabled by default. When enabled, the keep alive settings are controlled by the following settings I'm going to give you. So you can choose either to disable or to enable them. So this is HQ local machine and slash system. No, sorry, before slash backslash current control set. Yeah, services TCP. Yeah, TCP/IP. Then parameters. This is the functionality. TCP parameters. Okay. So these ones, these are values in milliseconds. Yes, in milliseconds. Seconds. We have what we call keep alive interval. So this means disabled. Okay. If you choose keep alive time enabled. Okay. So that is what you can look at for that. So then there is what we call I remember I told you you have to first understand the communication procedures or protocols your customer is using. So there are those people who are using the dial-up configurations. So if you're using dial-up configurations, so you will come back on this route. This is for those people, if your customer is using dial-up, the dial-up configurations, yeah, using dial-up configurations. So you come back to this route, the first one, yeah, we have been enabling these protocols. The TCP is this. So it is the same. We are looking at if you are configuring the dial-up. Those ones, this is what we call the same changes we did to this. It is the same. You are going to do this. So we have to do from here. So this is NCR API visa to visa to cons service. Okay, this configuration is required for both low-level modems, communications, and applications. Okay, those ones who are using low-level modems and applications. So this setting is required. So we'll, in this instance, I'm talking about those people who are using the dial-ups. So don't get confused that we have already used this and again we are using it here. So it applies on both applications and modems. Yeah. So let me provide you the parameters of the dial-up. So we shall use, let me just type HQ commercial / software / NCR sorry advanced NDC / API.com / dial-up. Okay. So I think we can leave it at that for now. Thanks for watching.